and
The
welcome to episode 8 of the
Ocho.
Crossfaded Podcast, the Ocho. Welcome to the Ocho.
And I like your very sophisticated countdown. I feel like
Thank you.
it's getting better each time.
It's like the TV, like on TV sets,
Three,
they're like
two,
3, 2, and then they're silent
and
on the one. They're silent on the one so you don't
you're like,
accidentally hear someone say one. Yeah.
no. Uh, yeah. So what's going on?
What's cooking? I would say
Did you drink the
um,
rest of your stash
I
from Friday?
did. Oh no.
Oh, the
I'm
Trulies.
saving it. I'm saving it for
Okay.
Friday.
How
I
many
saw
did you
three
have?
more. I had one more, so I had three total.
But the big cans, right?
No, they're the regular cans.
I see.
It was a six
Well,
pack of the regulars. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to get one down before we start, crack one open, and try to get it done in the first 30 minutes, and then do a third one in the second 30 minutes and see what
you just need
happens.
to gun it. Like,
Well, it's hard because it's carbonated. If it was
I
like,
know. Take a
a,
phase-on.
yeah, you know, take a
And
gas X and
that way while it's happening, it'll just even out.
just drop a gas X in the can and it kills all the carbonation and you can slam it.
Yeah. Then it's just
Yeah, all
water.
right.
Well,
Um,
um, I appreciate that.
so I have those for Friday.
Nice.
I have Bitcoin's pissing me off because it's going through the roof before I can buy more. Um, it's about a week before I can buy more, and it's gone up over 60% now in the last month.
I think I saw that and I
That's
was like,
upsetting.
I know who's going to be pissed.
I mean, I've got some Bitcoin, but I have a chance to get a
You could
lot
have
of
had
Bitcoin.
more. All right.
Yeah, I would have.
Okay. Okay. Settle
It would have
down.
been like I would have made like between 80 to $90,000 in the last month if I just had it before it took off. It's just upsetting that that money is like non-existent now because the the world, son of a bitch.
White
Okay.
people's problems.
WPP. I know.
So wait, I was thinking about our cult and any any ideas or like
I
suggestions.
think it needs to be okay. These are, I think, the criteria.
Well, I feel like too that the followers would be faders.
Okay.
You know, like how One
I like
Direction had
that.
the
That
Directioners.
yeah, and the believers. Yeah, I get it.
Yes, the faders.
Now we can't call the cult the crossfaded cult. I mean that
No,
just I think it's too much.
right. No, yeah.
Plus it'll bring too much attention to this podcast, which we want no one to watch.
We don't
So
want anyone to see.
so
So
I
ixnay
think
on the crossfade.
yeah, but faders is good. I
I
think
mean, I'm not set in
these are the
stone. I'm just writing it down.
hey, we're spitballing. We're brainstorming.
Yeah,
I'm
faders.
thinking things that I think would be good for a name.
Yeah,
And I like what Nexium did because they had a really good font, which I think is important.
they added like
They
X's
left the
and
E out,
V's.
so it's
Mm.
just in X, IUM, and the U was a V, looking like a Greek U.
Why do you think they
Um,
did that, by the way?
because it's Greek and it just seems smart,
It looked
like the
very cool,
philosophers,
like
and it
Nubium,
looks cool. And
Nivixum.
since he fancied himself a bit of a philosopher, the
What a
Greeks were
dick.
the big philosophers. Yeah. So, but so there's things like that, and like lexicon and citadel, right? So those are supreme words,
Yeah,
obviously.
right.
And when you think of those words, you think something high class, really nice. I think it has to have a powerful name to it. I think it has to have that high class excellence type of feel to it.
Like a nice Q word in there or something.
A Q or an X, a Z possibly. Um, yeah, there's something that's got to be in there. I mean, if we could get at least one 10-point Scrabble letter in there, great.
All right.
It's not a requirement, but I think that if we at least get a couple, 3, 4 pointers in there, I think we can probably get something going.
Okay, wait. Get this. So we could have like this whole like cult like area, and we could be a cult of personality, and our last resort is where he lives.
Our last resort is what?
That's the name of where everyone will live. Our hotel.
I like it, the last resort. That's awesome.
That like I was like, I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of.
So we'll just call the cult personality,
I don't
and then
know.
it's like the
Just
cult of personality. I like the
you
last
know,
resort thing. Like, but
yeah.
that's what we'd call our compound because we need a
Right.
compound.
Right.
Every good
Right.
cult
Like
has a compound.
they had a
Oh,
name for each one, right? Like
probably. I know David Koresh had a compound. Osho had a compound. Jim Jones, the guy
okay.
who had everyone drink the Kool-Aid in Africa. Um,
This is
that
the last
he
resort
actually
anyone
named
will
his
ever
entire
need.
town called. He named his entire town Jonestown. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Oh, how
Like,
nice.
yeah,
How very
we
sharing.
we can call it Crosstown or Crossville or Faded Fadedville. Um, so like yeah, so everyone had some sort of a compound or a town, a remote town.
Okay.
That's good. So that's always a plus. Um, yeah,
Um,
you should look at you should listen to Osho. I mean that dude's he's good.
I don't
I
know.
got
I would
I'll
like the
revisit some.
ideas to just come from me, but
I
yes, if you
know
would revisit,
the
uh,
I think I mean we got just like any good idea. If you
I
can build
guess.
upon and pick the good things out of each cult
Sure.
and throw
And
the bad
yeah,
ones away,
right.
because you know it works, right?
It's the power
They
of
did something that
average.
worked. Yeah.
Right. There was one, at least one thing each did that worked. If we could pick that
And yeah, if we
component,
can get a few of those and then
then
pull them
it's
in,
win, 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 win all
yeah.
across.
And if we
So
can get a
I'm
high-ranking follower that's a lawyer, that's always a big plus too.
someone
For
like
tax
with a
purposes, for lawsuits, you know, that kind
professional
of.
credential.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because if
like it.
it's like becomes like a .org, then it's like a tax exemption, like Scientology.
Yeah. Or if we
You
can,
know,
yeah. Well, they made themselves a religion.
right?
Did you know how they became a a tax-free organization? They went
I
ahead,
think
they
I
went
think I
ahead and sued the IRS, like, and had like something like 150 lawsuits running against them and individual people in the IRS. And it was taking up so much money and time for the IRS to go through all this. They made a deal that said, we'll drop all the lawsuits against you as long as you give us a tax exemption. And they
so they
said,
bullied.
fine. They
They
bullied the
bullied.
IRS, and the IRS backed down. So now they're
That
tax
sucks.
exempt and are considered a real religion.
Right. That's annoying.
Yeah,
So good
it lays out a
lawyers.
blueprint for us, though. It lays out
Right,
a
right.
blueprint of how we can do it. We need to get some lawyers in there.
Which is why we need, yeah.
Possibly a
On that,
good COVID doctor as well, but I mean, whatever.
oh,
We'll take what we
that'll
can
come
get.
in time. Yeah, that'll come in
Yeah,
time. Did you see anywhere online Jack Black did the WAP dance on TikTok? It's amazing.
I have not.
It is so funny. I saw, I mean, it's only like maybe 15 seconds or so, but it's
Oh, it's a
hilarious.
TikTok. I have to check him out. He's got a pretty big YouTube channel too. It's
He's
called
cray.
like Jabrotsky Gaming or something like that, where he plays video games and does crazy things with his kid. Apparently, he has like a teenage kid, and they
Oh,
go on hikes together and they do
imagine
crazy
that.
things together. Imagine being that's your dad. Could you
I
believe it?
imagine that's who his water technician was.
Yeah.
So
Um,
yeah, you have to look at that. That's funny. And then I forgot. Keep going.
no, I was
Forgot
going
what I
to
was gonna
say,
say.
let me tell you about a rabbit hole that I decided not to go down, but YouTube is dangling. me the carrot to go down.
And
I
you're
got
trying to
something.
fight it?
I am
Are
trying
you-
to fight it a little bit.
Okay, this is great. YouTube is
Um,
your temptress?
yes, I feel that I got this recommended to me because through COVID, I've pretty much reached the end of YouTube.
Yeah.
I am addicted to YouTube, and I've probably watched more hours on YouTube than I've been alive. So, um, the thing that popped up, or the thumbnail, was um, a picture of an attractive, cute girl, a young lady, probably in her early 20s. Um,
Nice.
she had on, I couldn't tell from the picture, but if you look closely after watching the video, I can tell now. She
Uh-huh.
had kind of like fuzzy ears, a little bit like on similar
Oh,
to ears, except not cat ears, but they were kind of like
right. These are
dog
classy,
ears.
by the way.
Yes, those are
Okay.
classy and lace and
Yes.
all that.
Yes.
Hers were a little fuzzy and were like dog ears. She didn't have like dog makeup or a big head. She wasn't a furry, right?
Dog makeup.
Just had the thing, but she did have a collar on,
Hmm.
which got my attention, which
Hey
had that little
now.
ring up front, which means, yeah, and it said puppy on it. Now, the thing said, all you need to know about pet play.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Wait. So, um, YouTube is trying to entice you to watch said pet play?
yes.
And
Because, well, YouTube, the only thing YouTube cares about is keeping people watching for as long as possible. So they must know me after all these years of
they're
my
like,
watching habits. They're
let's
like,
throw
this
this at him.
guy's a deviant.
He's
Let me throw
gonna like
something at him.
the pet plays up his
And of
alley.
course, I clicked on it because I was curious. And now that I've clicked on it, my
Now,
recommended feed now shows like at least one or two videos from this girl that I haven't clicked on after, but I've
so
only
like,
clicked on the one.
does she act like
But
a
I know
dog?
that it may go to, well, it's not like
You look like,
she
I
knows
don't know.
English. It's
Oh,
so
okay.
so it's not like
I
she's
don't
just sitting
know.
there
Like
going
you
woof
look
woof.
uncomfortable speaking about this.
Well,
How
because the cat the video
your
went
face?
into the video went into something called dark pet play.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, that's right. So,
And that's it took
and
it a step further.
she said, um, my subscribers had mentioned to me after, this is what she said, my subscribers mentioned to me after I made the video on dark age play that I should probably make a dark pet play video, which made me
Hmm.
Google age play and dark age play.
Okay.
Age play is like when, I guess the guy or the girl, but mostly it's the girl, lives their home life and like their free time as a little girl or like
Oh
as a little
God.
kid. So they tend to be anywhere from 5 years old to 10 years old in their, they act it out. So they have something called a little space where when they're at home, they have coloring books and they dress in like little onesies and stuff. And their caregiver or daddy like helps them out and cooks them dinner and stuff and cuddles with them. That gets creepy. Dark age play, I think, gets into like disturbing things, where it becomes sexual as well. I mean, they're both adults, but the fact that they're acting like one isn't is a
It
little
sounds
upsetting.
so horrifying.
Yes. So dark pet play is
I
when
just
one acts like a kitten or a puppy, and but dark pet play, she says, tends to usually not be sexual.
it's like
Um,
taking a shit, right?
well, sometimes like these are
You're
examples of
hesitant.
things that could be considered dark pet play. She talked about. She goes, now these all have to be negotiated before with the two consenting adults, so not
Of
everything is the
course.
same. But she said it could include where the pet has to sleep in a cage at night, that all of her meals are fed to her in a bowl, like a dog bowl.
What's the purpose of
Um,
it?
I think she had mentioned that pet play tends to be around humiliation and degradation. Some girls get off on that, apparently. Um,
But some people like
and
watching it, apparently.
yeah, and
Apparently,
apparently,
you're pretty close.
well, I
Yeah.
listened because it's a hot chick that was like, "Hey, yeah, I don't care if I get spanked and thrown in a cage and eat out of a bowl." I'm like, "All right, well,
Okay,
if
so
she's
I've been
willing to
looking
that."
for that.
I mean, to me, it just screams someone who will never say no to anything when it comes to anything
Yeah.
dirty, and that's why I was interested.
Ship
Um,
your crate here, lady.
yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I would never want like a puppy pad on the ground and have an adult girl acting like a dog shit or piss on the ground. I think that's disgusting.
So
I
there
don't want
are
any type
lines.
of. Oh, for me, yes. For
And these
some,
have,
probably not. I mean, there are people that like getting shit on, so who knows? I mean,
oh,
I
so
don't.
these,
I'm
all
not
these
saying
things
that.
are worked out ahead of time so they
Um,
know, like, this guy doesn't like me to shit on his
well,
hat.
apparently, these are all these are all forms of BDSM, and apparently, when a couple decides they want to get into something like this, they have to sit down and go through rules. Like, okay, I'll do this, but I won't do this, and they go through a whole list, and they have to like it's like a contract they sign. Like it's supposed to be taken very seriously. But then once you have all the guidelines and rules written out, then you just have fun with it. I'm just going by what she said. Um, so, like, she goes, everyone's different. So one girl might be fine with eating out of a bowl, where another girl would say, no fucking way am I doing that. So you have to kind of figure that out. Um, I mean, you would have like sometimes spanking them if they're being bad. I mean, that kind of
I'm
crazy
like,
shit.
really, like, and how old, like, would you say,
The
um,
average,
of the ladies that are on this site?
well, no, this was just YouTube. I mean, this was just a girl talking about it.
Oh, well, how old did she look?
I would say that. I mean, apparently, this is something that I was a little curious, or I didn't know. The BDSM community is very strong about the fact that anyone in the BDSM community has to be 18 or older. That they don't recommend anyone under 18 doing anything like this. And even if both parties are under 18, like if it's like two 16-year-olds or whatever, that you should wait till you're 18. So they're very morally sound, if I can say that. But I would say that the average age is probably 18 to 30 is probably the average.
Yeah,
I will say that when I Googled pet play or like the definition of pet play and age play,
that's what I'm looking
um,
at.
a lot of pictures and like if I Google it or if I type it in the search engine on YouTube or places like that, it there tends to be a lot of larger women, I guess I could say, that are into the babying thing. It's the same. This is what I think. I think it's the same as that when you see like goths, right? Chicks that are goth or emo or whatever. You
Mhm.
have that percentage that are popular on Instagram or whatever. But when you Google it or when you see them in real life, the majority are the really gross, fat, ugly chicks that were like, well, I'm fat and gross and ugly anyway. Let me put dark makeup on and wear gross outfits.
And
That way,
do
so that way it
gross.
looks like I'm making the choice that I want to be unattractive, not that I
Yeah,
am unattractive.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
we even dealt with that when we were in high school. There were a few like that that were like, oh, I'm choosing to look this way, not that I'm
yeah. Like,
gross
you don't really
normally.
have a choice. Like, this
Right,
is the best case scenario for you.
right. So I think they try to find their niche, and that's
Yeah.
why they think. So I think a lot of the age play, which is also known as, I'm learning a lot, DDLG. DDLG stands for Daddy Dom Little Girl. That's basically the same type of thing. And the majority that you see are all, not all, but like you have the outliers that are really hot chicks that you're like, wow, that would be a dream.
They're
But
the
it's
ones that
never like
reel
that.
you in.
It's the, yeah, they're very large chicks that are sucking on a binky and wearing a onesie. And I'm like, that's gross.
You
You're doing that
how
because
long did you devote to all of this research?
an hour, that's about the
Okay.
most. Because the video was about 25 minutes. And then after that, um, I
Was there
Googled some
anything that
things.
you saw that was like, fuck that?
When she talked about the age play stuff, that's when I got a little creeped out because she
Because they're
said that,
dressing up like with diapers and shit.
Yeah, that's the extreme. The extreme ones is where they wear diapers and they poo and pee in their diapers, which is disgusting. Um,
Yuck.
but even more disturbing than that to me, she had said that now this is not like a broad statement that covers everyone, but she goes, it tends to be that pet play tends to be non-sexual. There are sexual pet play stuff, I'm sure, like whatever, but that age play or the DDLG tends to be more sexual, um, but not always. And when she talked about that, it was like I could see where that could be really weird.
You're so
Like,
cultured.
well, I could if I'm looking at it from the girl's point of view, maybe she's using it because she's regressing or she,
You're getting way too deep.
yeah, but here's where I think it's weird. Then the guy, what's his motivation? Does he just want to fuck kids and thought this is the legal way to do it? So
I,
that's where I got creeped out. Where I'm thinking, because the girl, I'm
or
like, it's if she's consenting, it's all fine. They're both adults.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's
But the
technically
whole
nothing wrong
image
with it.
behind it, like, why is
Yeah,
that your
but
thing?
why would a guy want a chick to dress up like a little 5-year-old and talk in a little baby voice and then bang her? Like, that's to me, that's a little weird, just a bit.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I could see that.
Even though they are adults and whatever turns you on, fine. Um, and some of these chicks that I saw, they were very attractive, so I get why. Like, here's the deal: I wouldn't ask for it, but if I was dating a chick
If
and
you're
she was
given
hot,
it, yeah, you'll receive.
and she's just like, "Hey, I like to dress up like a little girl and color and stuff," and then you cuddle with me or whatever, and then I'll do dirty things to you, I'd be like, "Okay, that's fine,"
That's what I was just gonna
but
say. There's gonna be
I'm
people that
not
aren't into
looking
it.
for,
Right. You're like,
yeah.
let me know when you're done. I'll be right there when you're done
Right.
coloring
Well,
that.
I mean,
But
even if it's, I mean, if it's a girl I know and we're dating and she's very
right.
attractive and she asks for that, I don't care what she's dressed like. I'm still going to fuck the shit out of her, and that's fine. But if I initiated to a girlfriend and said, "Hey,
And asked
can I
her to
ask you something?
specifically, right.
Can you dress up like a little girl when I fuck you? Because I have this fantasy about fucking little girls, and
Yeah,
I
there's
know
no way
that's
around
illegal."
that.
Right. So
Yeah, like
I
there's
think if the guy initiates it, there's something wrong. If the girl initiates it, she's probably a little crazy, but it's fine doing it.
okay,
I think
wait, so
that's the
then
line
like
I go.
while like with the age dark thing, so like if there's a baby in the equation and they're like banging or whatever, like is the person still in character throughout
Yeah, I
the
think
whole
so. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah,
No, okay, so that
yeah.
is bad because
Well, because
then there
there's regular age play, but when she talked about dark age play, that's when I started sitting back. She's
what
like,
was she like a
"That's
concierge? She was giving you all like
yeah."
the
She was like,
detail.
she's like the head of all the people. I don't know. No, she's not. She was just saying it, but like it's
She sounds
for
very welcoming.
example, the dark thing, and this is when I was like, okay, I need to stop looking at this, is that she was talking about how some girls like to, I don't know if it's the way that they deal with past trauma or they somehow like it. Because, there's like, you've heard of girls that have like rape fantasies and stuff like that, that want to
Yes,
act out something like that. I
right.
think that's just as disturbing as this because it's basically the same thing, except you're a kid, but you're
Yeah.
not really a kid. But like, when she talked about how like how she's talked about like pet play, here are the things that could be used. She's like, for that, um, you could act like the kid did bad on their homework and you would punish them. You could sneak into their room at night as like the parent and like act like you're molesting the kid, whatever. But it's not
That's
really fucking.
horrible.
It is.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
but it's not real. It doesn't matter the fact, yeah, whoever's
I
asking for that
understand that.
kind. No,
That's
I'm
why
agreeing
I'm
with you.
saying
You don't want
that's
to
why
turn that corner.
that's why the word dark in front of it started creeping me out. And when she's explaining it, that's when
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's
You
enough.
don't want to be on their mailing list. I think
And
once
because
you
she was
click,
talking, yeah, she was talking about how, like, when you're making up the rules beforehand and stuff, like,
hmm
how you have like what the do's and don'ts. Like, she's like, if the girl could possibly say, if I start crying, this means keep going. And I'm like, wait, if you're dressed up like a little girl and I'm having sex with you, and you start crying,
And you're
saying,
crying.
"Daddy,
I'm
no,"
horrified.
how am I supposed to keep going
I'm
here?
calling 911 on myself. Like, it's
Right,
horrible. Like,
it
yeah.
is. And
Uh,
what I think out of the whole thing, the thing that disturbs me most is that YouTube thought I would like this and sent it to, like on
that's
my
the funniest
recommendeds.
part to me. But the
Oh,
funniest,
that's the most.
even after that, though, you're like, I don't want to, like, it seems like it's the red button
But
that says do not
they're
push. And
dangling
you're
that
just like,
carrot
yeah, you're like
because
considering
the
it. But
psychology behind it, I think, is fascinating. But it's also there are things that I don't want to hear. I don't know.
you can never unhear or unsee certain things. So
Like knowing me for as long as you've known me, you understand that I'm
I,
a disturbed individual when it comes to sexual things. Like I'm a very depraved person. This is
I
like too
understand.
far for me. It's too. This is too far for me. I can't deal with peeing or pooping. I don't like
No,
blood involved with anything,
who does?
and there are sites dedicated to it, and
Vampires, right?
probably I think we both know someone that was all into the vampire thing a while back, um, and like kid stuff, like obviously, but like even if it's adults, it's a little weird. And if you're
It's a
asking
lot
someone
weird.
to like, well, if it doesn't get to the dark part of it, I think two consenting
But
adults,
what's the
fine,
point?
whatever. Yeah, what's the point if you don't get to beat the kid and molest it? Yeah.
The dark part, I'll be like, the dark part is I'm gonna be mean to you while you wash my dishes.
Well, there was in normal age play. Like I mean,
Is
I'm saying this like I'm an expert. She was describing things that sounded sweet, which was now
of course.
granted this is still kind of weird, but it's like how there was a caregiver side and the kid side, and there was a lot the non-sexual part of it. It's just like they snuggle and he gives her stickers and she colors and he like they're really nice and sweet to each other and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, they're adults. However you want to show that, that's fine.
You know, in the
What's the
social
alarm?
in
Is
this
that the police?
oh, actually I don't hear anything because I'm closed into the there's an alarm.
Oh, I hear it beep beep beep.
Is it
It went
disturbing?
away. It went away. Okay. Um,
Okay, so I was gonna say, so
yeah.
with the
Whew.
social dilemma, when they show those scenes where they have those people like, here, he'll like this. So
Yeah,
who are
that's
your
it's
guys?
exactly what I thought of.
Who are
It's
your
exactly
guys?
what this is exactly what I thought of. When they have the
It's
three
like
dudes going,
that
he's not
visual must be horrifying.
he's not responding to the latest podcast. What do you think we can put up? And they look down and
Let's
it has
draw
the
a
things with the
dark.
percentages. It's like
Yeah.
92% he clicks on this. Cute girl with a sex fetish. Throw that up there. I click on
Dark.
it.
Put dark in
I
front of
watch it
everything.
for like 20 minutes or whatever. And then the next thing you know, every time I open up YouTube now, there's one or two videos about pet play that pop up. And I'm like, God damn it, YouTube.
These guys. These guys.
I'm
So the people
gonna have
behind
to start
there.
using YouTube with incognito mode open to like not have this start popping up on my shit.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be awesome. You're like, hold on, let me pull that up on YouTube, and then those are like recommended for you all
Yeah,
over the
in
place.
front of my family. Oh, let me show you a
Yeah,
video. Oh, no, never mind. Let me.
this no,
Yeah.
this isn't it. Yeah, um, that is great
So I'm
in
just putting it out
itself.
there
That
for
YouTube thinks
perspective.
you're horrible.
Yes.
I
And
love it.
I'm going to put it out there that any prospective cult followers that are watching this, please don't join if you're into dark
The
pet play
age,
or dark age play. Please.
and
That's
actually, just like, I mean, if we can just even limit it because it can get annoying. So like very light, and it's only going to be for you because I won't.
it's yeah no it's only well
I
you
don't.
had to put that caveat in there because you've got the ears, so you might draw the wrong people in. I'm just saying.
So unfair.
I know it is. Because I remember when I first visited Pittsburgh, I actually went with my dad. This is probably like 6, 7 years ago. my first time flying out to Pittsburgh to visit my brother, we went out, and when we were sitting in Sky Harbor Airport, waiting like at the gate, there were
Oh,
like
damn it.
three furries that were sitting there. One was a very attractive, cute girl, but she had her big wolf head sitting next to her or whatever. And then there were two like nerdy,
You have to
fat,
buy an extra
like
seat for the head.
they had, I think they went in the overhead, I think, I don't know.
The
And then there were two
overhead.
guys,
Just kidding.
and she
Sorry.
was with two guys that were the stereotypical nerdy, acne, fat kids that were like with her that were also had like their costumes. They weren't wearing it. I think she might have had a tail on, and that was it. But she was wearing jeans and a shirt. And I was like, that is bizarre. And I kind of nudged my dad. I'm like, look at that.
This is the strangest trio ever.
Yeah. And it turned out that I found out that Pittsburgh every year has the largest furry convention on earth that comes to Pittsburgh. It's called like the
Oh.
It's called like the Amorphous Con or
I wonder
Amorphicon
if
or
it was
whatever.
virtual this year.
Probably. Yeah, there's a lot of barking Zooms. Um, and every year I find out about it after the fact because I'd love to go down like I've been to Comic Con in Phoenix before just to people watch because it's so cool watching everyone's outfits and crazy stuff. I would love to go to like the furry convention just to watch the crazy people. Um, no
Well, it's
offense to the crazy people that dress up like wolves. Um, but yeah, so I apparently live in a city that has the largest, and every year, like they're walking downtown in full outfit. They also do things in costume as well. So it's not as crazy. Well, I mean, it's crazy, but it's not as uncommon as you may think. Because I think in the furry community, they do it while wearing costumes as well. I don't know if there's flaps, but
Anthrocon is the world's second
Anthrocon.
largest furry convention taking place in Pittsburgh each June
Oh,
or
it's second
July.
largest. Ooh,
Its focus
okay.
is on furries, fictional
June and July is the worst time because it's so hot and humid
anthropomorphic.
here. If you're inside of a
Yeah,
big ass outfit, spring or fall, come on.
the first one was in '97 in New York State with 7,000 attendees. Jesus Christ! And so then they're
Where's
like,
where's
no,
the largest in the world? Does it say?
uh,
If the second largest is Pittsburgh,
yeah,
please make it another country. Please don't be the United States. We can't be number one in that.
uh, let's see, uh,
Largest furry convention.
Midwest Fur Fest, perhaps.
Midwest Fur Fest? That's fantastic.
I love that name.
I know, the Midwest Fur Fest. That's got to be like
um,
in what, in Wisconsin or something?
let's see. Okay, Midwest Fur Fest is the world's largest furry convention that takes place in Rosemont, Illinois, each December. Oh, for the holidays.
Okay, well that's nice. So
Um,
it's every 6 months. You've got Anthrocon and Midwest Fur Fest.
so you're
One in summer,
never
one in winter.
never not without one
Yeah,
long.
you never have to
So
go more than 6 months.
The Midwest Fur Fest is the purpose of holding the annual convention is to facilitate education of anthropomorphic literature and art. It also facilitates the donation of funds for nonprofit institutions, mainly of which promote the well-being of human and or animals. I don't know about that.
So, so they take all their money and they donate it to like shelters. I mean, it's a good
Uh,
cause. I just wish other
yeah,
people were
but
doing it.
I just
Like, is
am
there a possibility
confused.
that you love animals so much you want to be one?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I guess for
Or
some
like you
people,
hate
maybe
humans so much that you're like, okay, I'd
I'm done.
rather be and I'm gonna be an animal now because humans suck.
That's yeah, like to
And
even
as
think
long
like
as
that
I hang out
something is
with
wrong.
people that are like-minded, yeah, I'll just hang out with other animal
If
humans.
they think it's normal, then yeah, why not? Um,
And
yeah,
again, we
I
need
would like to
someone that,
see a documentary on it. Like, how does this start?
oh, you know, there's definitely one out there.
There's got to be, right? If they're
Put one
point
in the
if
comments
you
below if you know if there is a. I think I've seen a documentary. I don't think it was a full documentary. I think it was just a YouTube 10-minute thing. But I'd love to see a documentary on furries, and I'd like to see a
yeah.
documentary on bronies. Bronies, I think, are worse.
Oh
You know what a
no.
brony is, right?
No.
They're grown men who are into My Little Pony.
Oh yeah, you told me. I
That's
was
their
just
entire
like,
life. They sit there and they're like, I've got Starlight and whatever. Like, I don't know the names, but they have like all their dolls and they wear shirts with My Little Pony on it and they sing the song about
and
friendship.
it's for real.
And oh, yeah. And there's huge conventions.
And are
And
any of them
some dress
like
up
big
like My
dudes?
Little Ponies.
Or like is it all
Some,
nerds?
oh, yeah.
Or are there some like out of a
Like doctors and
stereotypical?
lawyers. No.
That's not what I
No.
was asking,
Okay.
asshole. Yeah, yeah, my doctor's is
He's a
attending
brony.
he likes
Now,
pink.
when I saw like that 10-minute little mini documentary, I think it was just some guy who went to a convention to make fun of him. And he was asking him a bunch of questions. There was something I found out about it that I thought they were all nerdy gay kids. And I don't mean gay like homosexual, although I'm sure somewhere, but um, that all like had sexual fantasies about My Little Pony. Apparently, they say that's not the case. They just really like it because these are kids
They're
that were
so
bullied.
sweet.
Go figure. And the cartoon is just all about friendship and love, and they think the world should be like that. Something weird.
Do they have like a Care Bears one too?
It's very no, but maybe, but I tell you, it's very similar to that. They think it's like
The
the Care Bears
the
type of thing.
Bronies, the extremely unexpected adult fans of My Little Pony. There's a documentary from 2012 that's an hour and a half.
I think I have to watch that one too.
Share their
Um,
stories as they, yeah, this is like adult fans share their stories as they travel to conventions in Germany and England. Great with accents.
so I here's this is such a double standard, but I completely buy into it. I think if I met
Are you a
like
Brony?
no, if I met a 25 or 30-year-old girl who was into My
And
Little
she wanted
Pony,
you to dress up as a pony?
no, 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 no. But she told me that she was a huge fan of that cartoon and she had like all the little plushies and stuff. I would think it's cute and I'd go along with it because whatever, it doesn't affect me. But if I met a 25 to 30-year-old male that said they were into it, I would think this person's a fucking psychopath. So it is a
So
double
we have,
standard, but
yeah.
because I've met many girls I've dated had their stuff a couple stuffed animals because whatever, like it's a cute thing, it's a girl thing, whatever. But having a male adult into My Little Pony is weird. So what I was going to say is that when I watched that little mini video about it, when the guy was interviewing a couple of people at this convention, he asked, um, "Do you ever pleasure yourself to My Little Pony cartoons?" And he said, "No, those are the bad people in this like community." And he says, "Well, do they have a name? Like, how do you identify them?" And there's a name for the My Little Pony people who
The My Little Pony
sexualize them.
masturbators.
Yeah, and apparently there's you know how like on porn sites they have like cartoon sections where they have like
The
Simpsons and Family
cartoon
Guy
vert. Yeah,
people that are
yeah,
like yeah. Well, they have cartoon sexual versions of My Little Pony, which they watch where like the ponies are banging each other and stuff, and they
that's
pleasure
horrible.
themselves with that. And they're
That's
called
horrible.
and the people are called cloppers. Like like hooves clopping. They say cloppers are the guys who masturbate to My Little Pony, and those are the outcasts or the people looked down upon within the community.
That
Oh no, did you
line
cut
is
out?
drawn.
Okay, no, there you go. Okay, you came back. You froze for like a half a second.
I
Um,
said, so that's where the line is drawn for
yeah,
them. That's
yeah,
where it's like a sacrilege because My Little Pony is sweet, innocent, and friendly and nice.
correct, correct.
So you can't jerk it to it.
Is
You're
it
destroying her memory.
is it is it
You're
weird?
sullying my.
when you brought up Care Bears, I would think that adults into Care Bears, I think, is less creepy than adults into My Little Pony.
I think the Care Bears are less creepy
I
because it's
think
like
so too.
the seven dwarfs. They've got like their little symbol.
Yeah, there's like each one has their little special power. There's like something cool about them, I guess. Isn't there like one with a clover that's like the luck bear, and then there's
Yeah,
like
there is.
a
I'm looking at
sunshine
it
one?
now.
There's like a
There's
sunshine one, a luck one. Isn't there one that has a heart that's like a
there's
love one?
Champ, there's Secret, Birthday, Harmony, Good
Birthday
Luck
has a picture
Bear,
of a birthday cake. What are the
Wish
symbols
Bear.
for each one?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
What's
Bedtime
champ? Is it a
Bear,
boxing glove?
Champ. Champ is uh a trophy.
Oh,
I didn't know that
I don't
one.
remember that one. Yeah.
And then Secret Bear has a lock shaped in a heart. That also is a new one.
Yeah, I don't remember that one either.
Tenderheart Bear has just a regular heart, and
Okay.
Share Bear has, it looks like ice cream, but he's also holding ice cream, so he's sharing
Oh, he's sharing
everything.
his ice cream. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Everything.
All right. All
Wish
right.
Bear is like stars. Um,
The more you know,
Harmony.
bear.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. The Harmony Bear, I can't really even make this out. It looks like hearts flying. I don't know. I don't know how they came to that. But
I thought I
then
remembered one that was like had the Irish clover on it, and that was a green
that's Good
bear, and
Luck
it had
Bear.
like, oh, good luck bear.
That's,
Okay.
yeah, there's Love a Lot Bear.
Okay.
Harmony Bear, I don't know what is for, but
And
then they
isn't there a
have like,
sunshine one? I thought I
you're
remember one that has
right.
like a sun on it,
Yeah,
and it had like
I
sun.
must be looking at something that's not current because you are correct. There is a sunshine, and they're not giving her any credit.
Maybe maybe we're thinking of the '80s Care Bears, and they've grown, and some members got kicked out because of drug use or whatever. They brought in new ones. Like Sunshine Bear was like shooting smack in his veins.
It's Funshine Bear.
Funshine.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, See, I don't see Harmony Bear on this one. There was Daydream Bear.
That was a cloud? Oh no. Maybe
Um,
not.
no.
Okay.
Uh, Friend Bear just has flowers,
Okay. I think I remember a flower.
but they were nice. Tenderheart Bear.
Yeah. See, that
Cheer
seems
Bear.
more.
He has a
Yeah, cheer makes
rainbow.
sense. Rainbow. I remember that one.
Grumpy Bear
Okay.
with the
He probably
cloud
has the
and
cloud. Yeah.
he's like very sad.
See, that seems more wholesome than like today kids have what, Teletubbies, which are fucking freaks of nature.
They have that
And
really crazy anime stuff that I just like can't handle.
well, and then there's my niece was into this thing with dogs called Paw Patrol. Oh, fuck me, that's horrible.
I've
And I
seen
sit
that.
there and I'm like, this is completely like they have a retarded dog named who
Stop.
I don't remember. No, but he's got like a low IQ, and
It's
he's
a
like, duh.
cartoon. You're talking
Yeah, but
about a
he's like,
cartoon dog.
well, that's what I'm talking about. It's not good for kids. And I don't remember what his name is, but he runs like a little. Does the construction work. He has like the little digger machine, and then there's like a girl that has a plane, and then they have like the cop and the firefighter. But like there's like they all have these catchphrases, and they're the dumbest fucking catchphrases in the world. And I'm just like, oh, this is so fucking stupid.
They anger you. You must have sat
They
through
do.
enough.
I know.
Like, do you hear like a
So
theme song and like, does it trigger? Like,
no, I don't remember
Paw
the
Patrol.
theme song. I didn't watch it enough to actually remember all that stuff. Thank God. That's why I don't have kids. I can do it.
You just watched it enough to know you hate it.
My kids would be watching like Family Guy and like turn out to be
And
the most
Cloppers.
horrible kid ever. Yeah. Yeah, my kids would be a clopper. Little Jimmy, why are you touching yourself when you have that on? Oh my God.
Have we done our clopping today?
So today's all about like depravity. This is
I
good.
guess so. I guess.
Depravity and cartoons and how humans can turn something sweet and innocent into something dirty and gross.
Depravity and pet play.
And I tend not to be judgmental with anyone's sexual thing as long as they're both consenting adults. Like I don't care. It doesn't affect me, so I don't give a shit what you guys like what anyone does. But that age play thing kind of fucked with me a little bit because, like I
You do
said,
look
for my
bothered.
yeah, because like I
You're
sat
like
and
trying
thought
to
about it.
explain your way out of like a dead end. You're
Yeah,
like,
I tried to understand why a girl would want to do it, and I could almost see a way that a girl could
that's
want
the
to. Like
problem.
that's
You're
fine.
not supposed to think about what they want.
But what bothered me the most is that why guys wanted to do it.
Yeah. Or
And that's why I thought, okay, this is weird. This is where it gets a little iffy.
this is where the line is drawn, and we don't do that.
Maybe
Not
we could
allowed
even
in our
call
culture.
these, we could almost call these people quislings
Quizzling.
to humanity.
Traitors
Yeah,
is a
traitors.
synonym for quisling. Um,
They're quislings to humanity.
okay. I'll agree, and I
I
like
don't have a
how
problem
the
with
word came out too. It was like
I don't have a problem
bam.
with bronies and furries, whatever. Just
I have a problem only if they come around me. Other than that, as long as they stay.
but that's to be honest, to be fair, that's most humans. Like you don't have a problem with them unless they come around you. So it's not like exclusive to furries
To
and them.
just people dressed up in costumes.
Just people in general, you have a problem
Yeah,
if they come around you.
it's true. It's true.
Oh,
Well,
my first thought when I see someone like that is like, my brain goes straight to, what's their ulterior motive? Like, why? Why are you
you
doing
like
this?
you
And
look like
it's not for a sweet innocent reason for like
it's not like
90% of
Chris
them.
Hansen trap either.
No, it's it's
You're like, YouTube told me it was their fault. Do you know why you were here, sir?
yeah. Have a seat on the puppy pad, please. No, I just I'm sure there's a portion that are all in it for the right reasons, whatever that is.
I can't
But
imagine any.
my thought goes straight to, all right, buddy, what's your angle? What is this?
Uh, yeah, like
I don't know.
yeah,
That's
I
my
don't.
only thought. It's hard for me to trust someone like that. Not that I care what they do. It's just it makes me really think about something there, like
There's
what
got to
went
be
wrong
like
in their life. That's
there's a
the thing that they're
seedling there
divided.
that can sprout into like absolute
Oh,
madness.
like the SCA. That's another one that fucking drove me nuts because that was even when we were in high school. There were people into that, and they're still into it today. Your older sister had a lot of very close friends that were in the SCA.
What did that
The
stand
SCA
for?
is the Society for Creative Anachronisms. The SCA is the group of people who live their entire personal life like it's a Renaissance festival.
Oh no, I know
Remember
what you're
those
talking
people?
about. Oh, I hate it.
Remember those
Yes.
people? There were a few in high school. One happened to be British that wore
Didn't do him
that
any
tank top,
favors.
the tank top with the British flag on it. He'd go to parties
Yeah.
and bring his guitar and sing. Oh, I wanted to. That was, but my the best part about everything is looking at pictures now
I know, we
because
did that, remember?
yeah,
You said you were
it was
like you
horrifying.
like drummed it up too. You were like, okay, wait
Do you
for
remember
it.
so and so? How he was always the
Yes.
ladies' man in high school? Well, here's my revenge.
It
Look at the man now. Oh,
completely
that was
like
the best.
unrecognizable. Like I
He
would have
was.
never guessed in a million years that that was the
I
same person.
remember
It's hilarious.
he was dating a girl that I really liked in high school, and even when I had that party at my dad's house in high school, I think where you got in a fight with somebody. Oh, one of our friends.
It
It was not
sounds
a
like it's
fight
such
fight, but a yelling
a
match. It
raucous
wasn't like a
bunch.
fight fight. No, yeah, it wasn't like a fight,
Like,
but you got into an
you
argument with
bitch.
somebody.
Yeah,
I was trying to get
probably.
with this chick, and we were kind of close, but didn't actually
A
happen.
fight
And
broke
then she
out.
left. No,
Who was it?
no.
With you, without saying
What
name or
of which? The one you were in an argument with, or the one I was
no,
trying to get with?
no, the one you were trying to get with.
I don't know if you remember the name.
You
I
like
don't know how
take
to
this deep breath, like
I don't know how to describe her.
okay, that's
I
fine.
know her first name, and I think I know her
I
last name. But
I'll ask you later
yeah,
to
well,
see if I
off
recall.
air. Yeah, so I
I'm
don't
just
have to put in
curious.
a bleep. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, and then she was kind of with him, and I already had that resentment because of that. But now everything is so much better.
Now,
So
like all these years later, you're like, fuck you,
yeah,
man.
and those are the people that like I get if you want to if the Renaissance Festival comes to town and you want to go watch a bunch of weirdos and eat a big turkey leg or whatever, fine. But the people that like travel around the country with the Renaissance Festival and that's like they they actually have their own kings and queens that they tithe to in real life.
That they what?
Tithe, they give like percentages of their
Really?
income to. Yeah,
Do
and it
do
funds
they
the whole thing.
curtsy?
Oh, absolutely.
Get
And they can get
out.
knighted and they do they have wars where they have like California will go against Arizona and they'll go out into like this big field and they'll beat each other with sticks or
With
whatever and
sticks.
they'll have tents.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really bizarre
Nerds.
and weird, but they're
I don't like the idea of it. Though don't they always serve like big turkey legs?
yeah.
Because
Yeah, they do.
that's like a Viking thing to eat. Or whatever
It
they are.
reminds me they all look like they're all none of them are thin, by the way, in the SCA. They're all horribly overweight. They
Wrapped in
all are
velvet.
missing teeth. Yes, wrapped in velvet.
Wrapped in
They
velvet
all
with
look
like
like
shoestrings like tying them in.
they all look like Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones. They're always got the
Ah,
big bellies and the big beard, and they're like blah 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 blah. Yeah,
with
very
their
nice.
with their ale. Their mug
Yes,
of ale.
ale or mead. Yeah,
Ugh, I hate it. I don't know
there
if
has
I've
to be a
ever been.
percentage of the there has to be a percentage of people that are watching this that are like screaming at the monitor, going, "It's not that fucking bad." Like we pissed off bronies.
Let me know. I want to know why it's not so bad.
Yeah.
I'm open. I'm open
Th-
to it. I just don't understand it. So
Well,
I
I'm
would
not open to it
appreciate.
because I grew up with friends in it, and it was so fucking weird. And over the years, I've had coworkers that were into it. I had a manager that was underneath me that was into it one time, and it's in every state across the country. Like it's a big thing. It's actually worldwide. Um,
It's haunting.
and there was this cute girl that used to come into my shop, and she said her parents were in it, and she was raised in it, and she even thinks it's
Really?
weird. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
how
yeah.
awful. They raise kids in there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They bring them to the
Uh,
functions. They have weekly functions and monthly. They hold court, if you will, where they have the king and queen and the people there, and they go through the minutes of the day or whatever. They have their
like,
scrolls. They do their thing. Like, oh, hear
so,
ye, oh, hear ye.
like, but you could like fake kill someone with a stick. Then do you go before the king and queen?
Well, it could be a good killing, like if
That's what
you're
I'm
in
saying.
war.
See, like I don't
Yeah,
understand. I want to know like
yeah. There's rules. Oh, you want to know
I
the
need more.
intricacies? Yes,
Yes, yes.
I'm sure
Because
there's
I
at
don't know.
least.
I may want to intertwine them into ours as
Oh, the
well.
co. Oh,
Because there's a
true.
following. There's something there. We could
That's
just
true.
find that. Yeah.
That's where this is all coming full circle. Is
Yep.
that there's groups of people that are easily manipulated that are all in groups, and we have to figure out what those things are. I like it. I
Yes.
like it a lot.
Study.
So
All
we've
right.
already
Well,
upset bronies, furries, SCA people, people into pet play and
cloppers.
age play, cloppers.
I love
Um,
that.
oh, this is a great episode.
If they are Oh wait, no, I already asked. Like if someone is like pet playing and they're like fully into it and they're like a dog, so they'll just pee like with their leg up? I
If
would
they're like
imagine, right? If
if they're
someone's that into it.
yeah, if they're fully into it, I'm sure there's a lot of. I think the majority, at least I hope the majority, are just girls that want to be cute, that wear the ears and maybe a little tail, and they wear a collar, and like maybe they, are into a little kinkier sex or whatever. That's cool. But if it's like, oh, I'm gonna live my life, I want to eat out of a bowl and sleep in a cage and shit and piss on the floor, I think that's a little much. Um,
Then there's yeah, I was gonna say then there's a
but
problem
it's not in
because
my house, so I don't care what they do. It's just to me, it's not. I can't. It's not for me. It's not my cup
like
of tea, if you
she
will.
wants to move in her crate already. This
Like,
bitch
where's your
moves
girl? Like
fast.
we just crate trained her, so she's kind of in her crate tonight. You know that
Like leaving
there
like
are
the extra toothbrush. Like I'm gonna leave my crate at your house.
there are benefits though. Think of this, like after I'm done with her, I
Crater.
have the whole bed to my I have my whole bed to myself. I can sleep out, and she's like in the corner in a crate. I'm just sleeping in the bed. No one's taking the covers. I'm stretching. That'd be fantastic, actually. There are. See,
I would love you. Like, okay,
look at the
I'm
silver
done
lining.
now. Go back into your crate. I love it.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
just
Well,
you pet her for a little bit afterwards. Give her a wet towel, and then after she cleans up, she can go back in her crate. That's good.
great. Uh, I don't like anything about you today, to be clear.
I don't condone any of this. Uh,
So, all right. Well, there
so
you have
I'm
it.
gonna look for a documentary on the SCA, a documentary
Ah,
on
yes.
bronies, and a documentary on what's the other one? Oh, um,
The
oh,
age and the
furries,
pet.
furries. No,
Oh, okay.
furries, bronies, SCA. I don't think I can do the at least right now. I have to be in the right mind frame
Hmm.
to look at a documentary on pet play or age play.
All right. I
Um,
understand. You got to start slow.
yeah, let me work my way up to that. Let me get desensitized for a while first.
If you ever start this up and you have like a pony head on, I'm going to punch you right in the face.
Oh, I expect nothing less.
Okay.
If
Just,
if we're ever hanging out one day and I'm like, you know
and you
what?
just pop
Let's
on
go into
like,
this. Let me go into this store real quick. I think I saw a really cool head I could wear. That's when you
and
punch me in the throat,
like you're
and
done.
right. I need to be like someone's got to knock sense into me.
Can you
I don't think
imagine?
I'm that suggesting suggestive that that'll happen, but
You know,
yeah,
but see if like there's any,
I could see
similarities.
being sucked into it because of a hot chick because that is a weakness. And she's like, "Oh no, it's fine." I'm like, "Oh, I don't care." And then she's like, "Oh, it'd be really cool if you
Follow
came
me
with
down
me."
this hole. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, do you mind just coming with me to this event?" I'm like, "That's fine, whatever." And then the next year, it's like, "Oh, it'd be really cute for Christmas. I got you your own costume." And I'm like, "Oh." And then she's like, we should go to." That's when like I could see it like little steps. At first, she's like, "Hey, you could
You
do
don't
dirty
have
things to
to.
me," right? And then it's slowly like, "Hey, let's go to like a
This dog
meeting, and
wants
then
to
let's go to a
mate.
convention, and then oh, by the way, Christmas, here's your own outfit." And then that's I could see that maybe, but I would still be at least to the point to where I'd be like, ah, no, that's good.
Okay, well,
I'll be
there's
closeted if anything. I mean,
there's something there. You just got
yeah.
to figure it out. Well, that's what I have tomorrow.
I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm totally going to be looking for these documentaries, and I'm going to make notes, and then we can
Please.
discuss it on Wednesday.
Absolutely. All
Oh, that'll be
right.
good. Because there's really not much better than
Coolestly.
making fun of others. I mean,
It makes me
it's so
feel a
much
lot
fun.
better about myself.
That's so true. We're both unemployed, lazy people that sit inside. Well, we can say it's because of COVID, but that's absolutely not true. And then, but this will make me feel way better about my life. So
Right.
I
And
could
I'm
totally watch
not
the
like,
documentary.
yeah, I need it. That's what I
I'm like,
need. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm being truthful.
yeah.
So
I mean,
if anyone
we're not
if
bullying
anyone just
people to their
gets that,
face. Yeah,
come on over. If
come
you
over
get
to
that,
our cult
come on
because
over.
we're not we're not we're not for bullying people to their face because that's mean. But
Suggestive.
talking about them behind their back and making fun of them without them there,
All right.
that's encouraged actually because that's getting your feelings out.
Right.
I mean, that's fine.
You're to find your personality. All
And if
right.
you've got nowhere else to live, you can
You
always stay
have.
at the last resort. So there's always the last resort.
That is
Uh,
awesome. I feel like I want to draw that. Maybe I want color, not.
oh my God, I'm curious what Ray would say about these documentaries. He
Yeah.
would get
I'm
very
gonna
angry, I think.
I'm gonna find out, yeah.
Okay, that'll be good.
All right.
I'm curious about that. Oh, well, I think this is one of our better episodes, to be honest with you. I
And I
like it.
think the word stood up with it. Like
It did.
Quisling. Yeah. So it
Yes.
works, everything worked out well. See? And we didn't even really have an outline.
No, no. I think it's almost, I mean, it could go off the rails very quickly, but I like the
Off the
idea
cuff.
when it's with the off the cuff. I like it. That's when I think we get our best content, is when it's
Yeah.
off the cuff.
Plus, I mean, like, like
There's enough.
we're gonna start creating a manual soon. So like it's just gotta,
True.
you know, you gotta take
I really
everything.
do like your angle that in every one of these communities, if you will, they have something that sucked those people in.
Hmm.
So we need to find out what that is. And
A
then, like,
mesmerizing leader, perhaps.
correct. With cat ears, maybe. I don't know. Of the classy sort.
Mm,
Who knows?
yeah, you
Yeah.
never know. Um, but yeah, similarities.
Good
Those are my
stuff.
peeps. My peeps.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
That is
Well, I
great.
guess we have homework for Wednesday. That's good. And then
Roast homework.
yeah, roast homework. That's good.
All right.
Oh man.
I will catch you on the flip side, which
I was
means
just gonna say that.
which means Wednesday in this case.
Yeah. In cult talk, it means Wednesday, but
Yeah,
we'll
it
teach
just
you
means
guys
our
that
next meet.
later.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be in the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, it'll be in the book. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. On.